Harris versus Trump, tough on crime. Maga has a new attack on Harris, that she is weak on crime. But how do the two candidates stand up? Harris has a long career as a prosecutor putting people in jail. Trump never prosecuted a single case, but has had many run-ins with the law. Let's take the first type of crime, sexual assault. Harris has a long history of prosecuting sexual assault people, putting a lot of sexual predators in jail. Trump was accused of sexual assault by 26 women. We've all seen the Access Hollywood tape. E. Jean Carroll was awarded $5 million in sexual abuse and $83 million when Trump defamed her. On fraud, Harris won $20 billion from the homeowners of California for banking fraud. Harris has a long history of prosecuting fraudsters. Trump has a long history of being a fraudster. Trump ran Trump University fraud, Trump campaign fraud, Trump Foundation fraud, Eric Trump Foundation fraud, Trump Organization fraud, and Trump elector fraud. Each one of these frauds Trump was involved with has multiple indictments to it. Let's look at the number of lawyers who have worked for Trump and Harris. In Harris's case, she ran an attorney general's office, had many lawyers report to him, and 0 of them were ever disbarred or sanctioned. Trump has had at least 17 lawyers that have been disbarred or sanctioned. Here are a few notable ones. Giuliani, Jenna Ellis, Kenneth Chesborough, James Trupez, John Eastman, Christina Bobb, Jeffrey Clark, Sidney Powell, Michael Cohen, and Elena Haba. Let's look at secret documents. Harris has had access to secret documents just like Trump, but has had 0 incidences of stealing them and not returning them. Trump stole 340 documents and refused to return them, even going to the fact where he hid them from investigators. Which moves us to obstruction of justice. Harris has never obstructed justice. Trump obstructed justice and has told many other of his employees to do so as well. In the Mueller investigation, Trump told no one to work with Congress on the investigation or with Mueller. Mueller found 10 instances of obstruction of justice. The stolen document case, there was obstruction of justice, and the January 6th case, there was obstruction of justice. Now, the number of times each candidate has been sued. Harris, never. Trump, over 4,000 times and growing each day. The two candidates can be more stark than crime. And who would you trust to prosecute crime better? Harris, who has actually done so. You could argue that she didn't meet the standards you want. Okay. But she has prosecuted crime. She has never let people go. She's never obstructed justice. Her lawyers that work for her haven't been barred. Trump, on the other hand, is a serial criminal, and the people around him have committed lots of crimes as well. So who is weak on crime? The criminal or the prosecutor? In this case, we're going to say the criminal is weak on crime.